Welcome back. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Wow, Burkina Faso. You remember President Ibrahim TRAORE gave a powerful speech about 3 weeks ago. Yes, the video is on the channel about humanitarian money that some people has taken, and he said the court will deal with them. They are in court for some days or weeks now. I've been following the news. I just took small one and I want to share with you. So families, you will know that they didn't just talk about it, but they are in the process of prosecuting whoever or the people that are involved. Families, please listen and I'll be back. Thank you so much for your time.
Concern and use of forgery in public equation. The main defendant in the case of misappropriation of public data at the ministry in charge of humanitarian action admits having produced a forgery by imitating the signature of his hierarchical superior, the Director of Financial Management Camille. The accused claims that this was a fraudulent maneuver that he carried out from 2023 to 2024. Any knowledge of his boss is often at his initiative. For him, the sum withdrawn for the period is estimated at 1,800 million CFA francs, and his share of the booty is estimated at 900 million CFA francs. This line of defense was not accepted by the court, the Public Prosecutor's Office and the state's judicial agency, which used evidence to demonstrate that the practices began well before the date of 2023, and that the defendant's posturing as a victim was not what he wanted to do. Is unacceptable. At the trial agreement, he said he recognized the facts, but as we go along we're investigating. Precisely, the file, he comes back on a certain number of elements to in fact discharge himself by saying that he carried out instructions. But of course, we note that this is really a senior administration official who also knows full well that a manifestly illegal order must be refused. And that's one of the obligations of public servants. When you are given a manifestly illegal order, you have an obligation to oppose and refuse. So it's clear to us that we're in a sort of acknowledgement of the facts, but with elements that allow him to deny responsibility. But for the time being, we don't think that's something that's been retained. As we move forward, as far as we're concerned, as the state's representative, we're going to work on certifying its responsibility for everything that happened, and then we're going to put a figure on the state's loss and make the claim, with all the accompanying measures that will enable us to facilitate the execution of the claim. Let's say when it's going to be favorable to us, because we think that, in view of the debates, at this stage, the decision is probably going to be favorable. So we have to take steps to avoid being surprised by the property he may have acquired and that others may have acquired. At the start of the trial, the defense lawyers attacked the tribunal's jurisdiction, citing the disjunction of the case into two. To separate the offense of money laundering from other offenses, namely forgery, misappropriation of public funds and illicit enrichment. RP 091 for the year 2024. If I've heard the notifications correctly, some of the new deeds of pursuit, it's a deed of pursuit containing 4 offenses. Do public farming, use of funds, public farming, infliction and risk of torment in the public interest. Mr. Chairman, what's the new prosecution date? We weren't newly sued, Mr. Chairman. I told you straight out, we weren't newly sued at all. It's to support the nullity of the proceedings that we asked you for earlier. An exception rejected.
Families, you heard him. According to him, he did it all by himself. The boss is not involved, but they have made their investigation. For the president himself to come out to talk about this is very serious, and they will get to the end, to the bottom of this. And whoever is the criminal will go to jail for it. I mean, when I saw that woman shouting back here, I was like, this is a criminal, and you are defending him like, you know, you can do whatever you want. You can become a criminal or you do, but something that belongs to vulnerable people, for me, I don't agree with it. Just like it happened in Uganda. Was it Uganda? Yes. recently, last year, that some of the judges are taking, whether it's true or not, humanitarian money. I mean, come on, why will you stay that or still low that way? That's for vulnerable people, people who are hungry, people who has no place to sleep, people who do not know whether they will see the next day or not. Why will you be taking that money? And the most annoying thing, or what annoyed the president more, is according to the news or on paper, they are helping the government. Same thing happened in Mali, same thing happened in Niger. You all know the story, the news that is going on now. It's too much, and they are catching them one by one. So hopefully, there can be an end to this criminal act that is going on. I'll be following it, and if anything, I'll come here and share it with you. That's if you are interested to know how far they are going with this case. I'll leave you here, families. Thank you so much for your time. God bless you all. Credit to RTB News. I must say that I have this video for the past 4 days, so there might be latest news about that. I'll look for it and maybe, if possible, share it with you. Thank you so much. I will see you soon. Bye bye.